Welcome back to the episode of Piece of Knowledge podcast. I'm your host, Miles Staggs. Here we got Wyatt Buku. Got him finally on camera. And today we are joined by Shay and Cass. Thank you, ladies, for coming on the podcast.
Of course. Thanks for having me. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're
Okay,
good.
cool.
You're good.
Oh, okay.
You're good, sister. Shout out Sketch.
Yeah, shout out that man. But listen, we are starting today. I'm saying
like
recording
sweating.
on Juneteenth. It is a little hot here. Shout out to Heat Wave for coming at the right time. Appreciate you, bro. All right, we will restart.
No, we good. You good. You good now.
Am I- You can hear me now?
Yeah, you good. I can hear you. It's just, me being audio. It was like, it's irritating me.
He's a
Sounded a little
director. Let
far
him
away.
direct.
Nah,
Yeah.
You good, bro. You good, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We got
Who's
this.
a great engineer out there? DJ Mustard.
Producer. He's a producer.
Yeah,
I got
Yeah,
you.
I was like,
All right,
isn't
fuck
that
that one
producing?
up. New intro. Welcome to the episode of Piece of Knowledge podcast. I'm your host, Miles Stacks. We got Wyatt Buku. We got Shay and Cass joining us today. Thank you, ladies, for coming on. Listen, today is Juneteenth. We are celebrating Black freedom. We don't really go too deep on that holiday, but I just want to shout out Juneteenth and giving us a day off. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
100%.
ladies, listen. Thank you again for coming on the podcast. Two women icons that come to mind. I can start it off. But I want to get two women icons for y'all. I think, listen, I like Julia Childs. Julia Childs, she was on Food Network and she taught a lot of women how to cook. I don't think that's offending anybody. I just think that's the truth. A lot of people, on Food Network. I learned how to cook from Food Network. Not from her, but I'm more like a Bobby Flay. Gordon Ramsay
Bobby
type boy.
Flay.
I be trying to go the extra mile, and it don't be coming out like that. But I be trying to buy so many recipes. But no, seriously, shout out Julia Childs and also Rihanna. She is one of the most famous artists out there, and also having reaching billionaire status, coming off of music, having a successful makeup line, panty line with Fenty and everything like that. Well, I think it's more the panties than Fenty, but y'all know what I mean. It's like a
Makeup,
whole-
all that.
Yeah, makeup, all that,
Yeah.
the whole Fenty brand. But seriously, shout out those two women. I think they are very important.
I agree. You missed me with the Julia Childs one,
You ain't thinking with
but
Julia Childs?
no,
Listen.
that's for the non-coloreds
Okay.
women.
All right, well, it's Juneteenth. I'll try to,
You know?
I'll find a black chef. I should probably shout out a black chef.
Yeah.
I shout out Miss Soul.
There we go.
Right there.
Aunt somebody.
Somebody, she put milk and eggs.
I'm Mary's
It ain't
good.
for me, but
I'm very
milk
good.
and mac and cheese. I don't know.
That's good.
I'm
Too much. But no, anybody else that comes to mind for y'all? I think those two and Miss Seriously though, Rihanna.
I'm thinking.
For me, I'm gonna have to say Missy Elliott and Etta James, because Missy Elliott was a pioneer when it came to like producing and also being an artist. She was way above her time, early 2000s, late 90s, and Etta James because I really looked into her when I watched Cadillac Records.
Yeah.
She really had some bangers in the back in the day. So and she could sing. So I really like
Cadillac
it.
Records with Terrence Howard.
Yeah, but
And Beyonce?
yeah.
She had that short blonde wig.
Yeah.
I think Beyonce played her,
All right,
Yeah.
got you.
but like Etta James, yeah, because she really can sing. Like if you go back and just listen to the old stuff during that time period, she can sing.
Got you.
Okay. For me, personally, it's two women that are like completely on different sides of the spectrum. Like, first is Beyonce because I know like a lot of people would say that, but seeing a lot of different people that started a music career like as a child, how they were as an adult isn't like how she is, or like falling out of a group like Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
They don't really be popping in the solo career like that. Like she's had a lot of things that I feel like other celebrities, they either turn out on drugs or just, she didn't let none of that stop her, and she's just where she's at today. I love that for her. She lived her life on her own terms and was successful in doing it, and keeps her life private as hell and doesn't even feed into
Yeah.
none of the bull. So I
Which is
respect that, like from
very
a woman
hard to
for that
do.
reason.
Yeah, in today's time with all that social
It's
media.
so hard to do.
It's literally, and she's been like that since a child. You feel me? So I respect that. And then Madam C.J. Walker, because she done paved the way for all the frontals and all that stuff we see today. Like,
I agree.
we wouldn't have none of that if it wasn't for that woman. So,
I agree. Well, then I'm going to take yours for sure. Madam C.J. Walker. So I love flat irons.
Yes.
I need a good flat iron. And then my other one is Tracy Ellis Ross. Like, I love her hair care products. She's a great actress. And I like die for her products. Like, everything works for me down to the shampoo. Even I use it on Cam stuff and it works for his hair. So
Shout out Cam.
those are mine too. Yeah, shout out
I
Cam.
think we all picked females in areas of things that we're interested in. which is
Yeah, I
funny.
agree. I agree.
Very true. Yeah.
All right, well, yes, shout out those women. Very important to what we have going on today. So, question for y'all. How has... That's funny. But listen, how has the transition into adulthood been for y'all? Has it been what we looked for as kids, or has it been way different than what you expected?
Listen here. I'm mad every day that I wanted to be older. I want to go back.
Yes, that part.
Okay?
100%. Honestly, though, I really feel like I grew up younger than I should have. Like, I moved out at the age of 17,
Yeah.
got a job,
Goodness
and then
gracious.
been, moving ever since. So it's just like, I don't know. It's not definitely what I expected. 100% not what I expected. But it's also all that I know, because it's just like, I didn't have the time to go out, I didn't go to college. I didn't have that experience, anything. It was just like,
Yeah.
all right, you gotta work. You're an adult
Me
now.
too.
So yeah, it's just like,
I think
I
it
don't
has
know.
a lot to do with where you grow up too.
Yeah.
Because
True.
being in New York first, my understanding was stuff happened a lot more fast paced than it does somewhere like here in Delaware.
oh my God, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
Delaware
think about
very slow.
18, 19, you're supposed to have your own apartment. You're supposed to be doing this, this, and this. 22, you're supposed to be married. Like,
Yeah.
the timeline that was laid out to me to what I see, or like even moving here in terms of just school curriculum.
Yeah, it's different.
I was in 4th grade and was in 7th grade here. So it's like, just everything is kind of slower. Like, everything is a slower pace. So I think it does have a lot to do with where you grow up and what's the expectations for the area that you're in.
That's true.
I see a lot of 20-something-year-olds still home, which is fine because
Yeah.
it's at your own pace. Everybody's life is on their own pace. I hate when like there's parents that are like, oh, my child should be doing this at this age. A lot of those people that are doing that at that age, great for them, but they,
Yeah.
the burnout is quick. The people that
100% quick.
it just became later on in life, it's a little more longevity for them. Like,
That's true.
it depends. Like, it's not everybody, but certain people's timeline is different. So yeah.
How you feeling about it, bro?
I mean, but she said, I think it goes into like the more so the cultural differences for a lot of us, and I think that plays a huge part.
Yeah.
That's a big conversation.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
my family and I have had from time to time, because like myself, moved out early, moved back, moved out. You feel me? So it's like
Yeah.
a lot of different ways, and just looking at how. I think my experience, it just gave me like a different feeling. Like, I think for my child, like if he was, hey, I'm doing this, I'm working on this, I would tell him, hey, stay in until you're ready to move out.
Yeah.
But if he came to me and said, hey, Dad, I think I'm, 18, 19, I want to do this route. I think it really depends on the comfortability for that person. I would just like encourage people during, our age group just to keep pushing forward, just it takes time to reach like where you want to be at, you feel me? And I think a lot of times we see so much out there that it kind of judges it clouds our judgment, you feel
Yeah,
me?
in today's time.
Yeah.
Because you got the young kids who 18 didn't go to college, but then they're already millionaires because they found something that they were really good at.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't know how I feel. It's just a simple fact that like I'm just waiting for my time type of thing. Cause I've been trying to move. God knows how long I've been trying to move out.
Don't rush it, please.
No, the only reason why
Don't
I
rush
say
it.
that is because like when I was like, because I did like when I was in college, I had my own apartment and everything. I just operated better, like when I'm in my own space.
Yeah.
So like whether that's an apartment or a house, I know I need to move out type of thing.
I agree.
Everybody's different, but for me personally, like I'm more creative. I get more done.
You can eat whenever you want.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
a lot
like
of
you're
stuff-
creating
it's a
your
lot of stuff
own, like,
Yeah.
As a
piece.
parent, though, I think we need to have more conversations. I don't care how young they are on saving.
Yeah,
I swear I had like 2 or 3 of those in high school. That was not enough
Yeah,
to
I
really
agree.
put it in your brain. Like,
And credit.
Yeah.
and
I
credit,
agree.
definitely credit.
I was just telling Mal, I don't know when, but remember it was like for Cam, what we have to start doing is like when he get chores or anything, let him get his allowance, but then be like, all right, you know, we're gonna charge you, I don't know, 50 cents or $1 for water, but it's all going to a savings account for him.
So
you
that
know?
he understands.
But yeah, it's still teaching you
Yes.
like adulthood. It's still teaching you like you still have things to do on a certain time. When you are ready to move out, you're prepared, and everything that you've been spending or paying for is still yours.
Right.
So I don't know. I think we definitely have to start thinking more so for our kids and
Yeah, I think a lot of us grew up. Not a lot of us. Sorry, let me backtrack.
I think
In terms of like everybody kind of moving, not so much just here, away from like city lives and stuff, trying to give their kids a better life, give them what they didn't have, blah blah blah. We see now in this generation a lot of it of, oh, I don't want to copy what my parents did, is
Yeah.
creating entitled children, dependent children.
Yes. Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
when we were younger, we got a sense of, all right, like we can't just depend on our parents or like depend on them for everything. But like now this generation, we're trying to like coddle them and give them what we didn't have. So it's just, I just want to kind of change the
has to be a
dynamic in my
balance,
house.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
have
find some type of balance.
I
Like,
have a crazy take. The millennials, like the ones who are like a little bit older, I say between the ages of, I don't know, 33 to like, I don't know, it's like 33 to 40 something. They're not good parents.
No, oh my gosh, no.
they're trying so hard to not be their parents.
yeah.
They're-
And it's not.
The thing is,
not
like, they
even that.
won't discipline their kids. They won't teach. Like, it's like from what I've seen, they'd be like, oh, like, I'll give my kid everything that I never had, but I won't spend time with them. Here, take this iPad, get out my face, type of thing in today's time. And those are the Kia boys who are like 14, 15, still in cars, doing all this
that's
crazy
true.
stuff. And then you got kids who are illiterate. There's no reason why they should be illiterate because like their parents have doctorate degrees. Like that's insane to me.
So you think so? That's a good topic because a lot of times to reach that level of success, the people would say, "Well, I have to focus on my career." So at some point in time, the iPad children, things of that nature, is that the iPads play a big part in that, bro. And
Yeah.
the development of technology in itself. It is a lot of times where parents, you just give your child something to. It's kind of like busy work. I mean, you looking for that alone time sometimes, or time to decompress. You had a long day at work. You feel me? Work could have been
Yeah, especially in
busting
today's
ass
time,
all
yeah.
day type shit. You feel me? So then you got to come to realization. You got to spend time with your kids for sure, because that's going to build that natural parent to child connection. You feel
Yeah.
me? So you'll see a big difference where some kids have everything you can ask for, but there
Exactly.
is no connection with the parent.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue with today's time. Like I agree with you saying. Like some of these parents, like
But as a parent, would you change that? Would you say me sacrificing this is providing you the lifestyle that you live? And granted, some people look at may have the best connection with their children. You see a lot of times with successful or non-successful people, some people can put years and years into a project and it doesn't pan out, and they may not have the the assets to show for the time that they done put into things. But the kids who are rewarding those benefits, there is a disconnect sometimes with that parent, just because the parent had to work in order to do a business, in order
Yeah.
to do a certain careers. You got to put a lot of time into them. And us doing this
Sure.
podcast stuff, or people that do videography, photography, they may have to work a day job and then come home and
Yeah.
have to do this. You feel me? So a lot of times, I guess it's really balancing. I guess what I would say
it is balanced.
you have to
Yeah.
find a
'Cause,
balance
like,
with the time. But
I
building
s-
that connection with your child is most important, because
I
they'll
see
be there
how-
when you get older.
I see how y'all are with y'all kids. Y'all still spend time with y'all kids. So like I'm telling you, based off of like the millennials I see,
Yeah.
like bro, you 37, you still going out to clubs. You got 3
Yeah.
kids at
Yeah,
the crib.
that's
Like
true.
you doing that. The time you could be spending with your kids after a long day of work, you decide to decompress at a bar.
Yeah.
Like I get it every once in a while, but if you're going out every weekend, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And then and on top of that, like with social media advancing and everything, mind you, you get home, you throw your kid an iPad, they scroll on YouTube, anything liable to pop up if you don't have child blockers on.
Right.
That's true.
So like there's a whole bunch of kids learning a whole bunch of stuff they don't need to know already. And you not being there to be like, hey, that you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. Just being that like parental guidance is generating a lot of crash outs.
I was about to say that. And then it also is like the discipline thing. Like themselves don't even have discipline to where it's like they're able to teach it to their kid.
Exactly.
So it's like because of that disconnect, now it's like a generational cycle where it's like, all right, it's a trauma thing, you know? So instead of like, all right, let me figure out how can I look within myself to fix these traumas, even if it is like, okay, I was abused growing up, but I don't want to do too much. How can I discipline my kid? They don't want to figure out, you know, themselves to teach their kids the right way. And that's the problem. 100% that's the problem. Like,
And it's all trial and error as well. Like me, I feel like, you know, not about to toot my own horn or nothing. I feel like nurturing wise, I'm a good parent, good mother. It did take me having my second child for me to, I guess, get a grip on certain things. Like my first child is me and my parents taking care of him. So I was able to go out a little bit more than someone that's taking care of their child solely by themselves, right? So now when my son's a little bit older and he's like waking up at 6 a.m. talking about, where are we going today? What are we doing today? I don't want to teach him that you always have to be doing something or going somewhere. It's okay to just chill in the house with your family and chill and not have to do something all the time. And having Mello taught me to fix the things about myself so I'm not putting them on my kids. Like the entitledness, the going out, and I have a problem with disciplining my sons because they'll do something bad and I'll be like, they're so cute, I don't want to do it. They look at me with those eyes and I don't want to hit them. But I just know that certain things, it's not, I can't let it go because as a mother, I can't let you go ahead and do this to little girls or anything. Certain things have to be nipped in the butt.
Agreed.
And it really does take some trial and error and seeing your child exhibit some type of behaviors to make you be like, oh no, this is something they're probably getting from me, so I need to change this about myself.
Yeah.
So everything, you know, falls into place as it should. As long as you're willing to do the self-reflection and the self-evaluation and fix those things.
Yeah.
People that's like, they'll be all right, or, you know, I don't like that. If you want your child to be able to fix behaviors, you should be able to fix behaviors and show them that it's okay to not always be perfect and have flaws, but you're still gonna look at them and change them. You know?
Agree. Like Cam definitely was a wake up call for me. Like growing up, I'm the youngest of 5, so like I was super spoiled. I got everything, and then having my son, it was like, all right, how can I like not, you know, like let him go through that too? Because I was a mess growing. Like I wasn't too bad, but I was definitely, you know, mouthy. I had like too much person. It was just a lot. So I want to say like when he was probably 2 years old, like I really just had to like, I cried to myself. So I'm like, dang, like I'm really raising a fucking, ooh, can I curse? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really raising a black male. Like that right there in itself, in this world is just like, you already got odds against you. So like, I can't do nothing to where it's like, whatever I do, it's going to affect you regardless, you know, 10 times more because you're a black male. So it's like, I have to really get myself together so that way I could raise you to be, you know, when you are able to now get into this world,
good, upstanding man.
Yeah, you're a gentleman, okay? Nobody can say nothing about you. Like
Seriously.
Yes.
It just was, that was my wake up
Even
call,
if you do something wrong, like,
yeah,
or Chris,
acknowledgement
even
or
if they do
something,
something wrong, somebody like my mom will be like, but they're good men.
No,
They're good.
I don't care, okay? We're correcting it.
Correct it early.
We're corrected early.
You have
to. You got to
But it's
correct it in
their
the house.
character, and they have good character, and that's something I want around my kids.
Agreed. Yeah, you definitely need the love, but
From the outside looking in, y'all are all active. You feel me? Like
You have to be an active parent in today's time. You mentioned that is, but the huge disconnect is, and it's not on like strictly on technology. You just have to be involved with what
Yeah.
your kids do. And I think everybody's situation is different. The kids see that too. They see effort from parents. So, everybody's
sure.
situation is different. So you
Yeah.
can't be there every day. A lot of us co-parent. So if you co-parent, you're on a schedule with the other parent. You feel me? Y'all have to be on equal terms, balanced with a lot of stuff. And
But you see that too. Y'all have to communicate, which then in turns into communication with your kid as well. And then you see the other people who co-parent, they don't talk to their other person, and there's a whole bunch of chaos, and it turns into
Yeah,
chaos with their
that's true.
kids.
But like I said, everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
So in terms of like relationship speaking, not even going deep on that, but just saying like, if you end on bad terms with somebody and y'all can't speak, and you have a child, the child forces you to speak to somebody
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
are mentally and emotionally trying to like disconnect from. So not everybody's mature enough to deal with those type of emotions. You feel me? And it takes time to, because how we mentioned on kids growing up. Imagine if a child has anger management problems, or not even just anger management. They could be an emotional child. Like some kids just cry. You feel me?
My son.
Yeah, it's like imagine just getting older and they never addressed those issues, or they didn't have that. Because a lot of times it could be say emotional damage, but it'd be emotional damage. So,
Emotional damage.
that's what popped up. That's what I could think of. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's what just popped up. But emotional
That's true, though.
that happens, and sometimes, like I say, people go to like a huge thing is depression nowadays. You may go through.
Don't even get me
Yeah, I ain't
started on
gonna
that,
draw
bro.
that. But I'm just saying, because
Cause like it goes,
that's just how a lot of times people have to go through certain emotions. Like you won't know how you'll deal with something until you have to deal with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
It's like a victim thing. Well, not to. Well, yeah, it is like a victim
Law and
thing
Order.
because
All right, no,
people are
that
not.
was
That's not what I was
Those
going
are
at all.
actually victims.
Yeah.
Those are actually victims.
Way
Yeah.
off track,
Yeah,
but no.
let's take
So
a
like,
no law and order. About me.
for real. But no, it is like a victim mindset because it's just like, all right, instead of, I understand I went through this. No, I, wasn't supposed to go through this. No, this was not supposed to happen to me. Instead of it just like, all right, well, this happened to me. Like, y'all have to feel where I'm coming from. Someone has to pay for what happened to me. Instead of like not coming on with that type of mentality, it's more so you gotta, you just gotta like fix it. I don't know where I was going because you distracted me.
See,
But
like, I'm
yeah,
not
like
gonna
you see
hold
what I'm
you.
saying? Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you
Hold
mean
yourself
like feeling
accountable. There we go.
sorry for
I don't even
yourself? You mean like feeling sorry for yourself and like going about your relationships and your daily life, like,
Yeah, like people
saying
don't-
like, oh well, this happened to me, so that's why I'm like this. Well,
Exactly.
you know
Yes,
that you're
yes,
like
yes,
this,
yes,
so
yes.
you're not gonna put the work in to make sure
Yeah.
that person isn't putting that type of power over your life to
Exactly.
keep affecting your relationships in your life.
Exactly. And
For the
I
rest
must
of your
admit,
life,
like I hear from
You gonna
females
get at
the
someone
most,
that
like,
much power over you?
especially when it comes down to men, like, or relationships, or even just in their daily life. It's like, oh no, well I can't do that because it's like, all right, chill out, girl. Like
Okay.
you gotta look within your. Come on now, like we're not doing that because now you're about to piss me off.
Okay,
So,
literally.
I don't know.
like, I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff going on in today's time. Cause like
Yeah.
what I
need
see,
a reset.
what I see with the men, they be like, "Oh, she crazy." Da, da, da. Mind you, bro, you got 8 baby moms. Like, you wilding out.
That's
You
true.
wilding
You're not
out.
gonna take no accountability
God,
for the fact
yeah.
that you just cheated on her with her
Granted.
sister.
What are you doing?
Granted,
She's crazy.
bro.
3 babies the same age.
You wilding out, but then the whole time
Yeah,
it's
the
like
same month.
The same month.
the thing is, like, what I see with women is like some of them will see that, like, you see a walking red flag and you still end
Oh
up-
my!
Just
Don't get me
to
started
win
on that,
the
please.
prize,
Yeah,
win
so-
the
and
prize,
it's
and
like-
tell the other girl I won.
it's a whole
I
bunch of
took 'em.
it's a whole bunch of chaos on
Listen,
both ends, and
I'll win the
nobody
red
willing
flag,
to
you got
step up for like, oh hey man, I was wilding out. I had 3 kids in the same week. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And the whole time you got Shorty over here thinking, oh, he's different. I can change him. And then that just causes more chaos. You feel me?
Preach, brother.
So, but
It's mainly the
what's
A lot of
millennials.
females think that their vagina spews out glitter, and it
No,
really
for real.
confuses
It's like
me.
everyone has. What do you think you're gonna
Well,
do
if you
different
watch Cat
that the last
Williams-
woman didn't?
Watch Cat Williams, Woke Folk, or any Cat Williams like comedy special. That's all he talk about is the whole time. Bro. It's basically that, you feel me? So you got like, in his eyes, it is the prize. Like it is all end all be all. So there are some men out there who
That is true. You do have men that
mindset.
glorify
Or a woman
it.
that can
That's a problem.
got-
get told that mindset that like, oh, that is end all be all, but
Yeah.
I'll ignore.
But it's like those men
Anything
also
else.
are insecure within themselves.
But
So
you
it's
gotta
just
look
like,
at it, their upbringing. A lot of
Yeah,
them were like
exactly.
either weirdos or didn't have it growing up. No, like I'm gonna be real with you. They either had a glow up or came up on some money. Now they just have it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah,
they wouldn't have. They don't know how to act.
Or you could
That's
just,
true.
some people, you get rich enough, you can just buy it. Some people got problems, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's why
saying.
What did you mean by end all be all?
Like end all be all.
Somebody
Like,
think
you
some
just- you
people
just
think
wanna
that's
buy it.
all it is just getting as many Jones as you can.
Yeah, like, just having
they
sex all
still have
the
the same
time.
mentality they did
Yeah.
in high school getting girls.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that'll
But
be-
now you end up
Now
they're
you can
putting
get the
kids in
girls.
world. Now they're
Yeah.
putting kids in the world, and it's like complicating a lot of different
but
things.
you have the money where it doesn't affect you. Like so if I want to fly somebody out, I can fly somebody out.
Like-
book a hotel. Go on a trip,
Like-
so it's like some men can't. They don't have there's no control over what they're doing. So like they just have. Like y'all talk about the red flags. Oh, it's a red flag. But if somebody can just, it's like putting like glitter on shit basically. You feel me? So put
I
it
mean,
in
but
layman
let's take
terms, like,
away
so-
because I feel like I know a lot of men out there and women who mess with bums. So let's take the money part away.
Attention is number one currency. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
crazy.
Like,
I'm about to say,
money.
They get
Attention.
bored with that.
Yeah,
They'll get
attention.
bored with that eventually. Like the constant
insane.
chasing and chasing and chasing.
Yeah.
But when they eventually get to that point, they think like, oh, like I changed, I deserve love, and it'll be right this time. You
Yeah,
really think like
that's
life
true.
is not gonna
Like,
have
catch
you reap what you sow? You're gonna end up falling in love with someone. They're gonna break your heart because you done just left this whole trail of broken hearts on your way to trying to find love.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but they gonna end up lonely and just fiending for attention and ending up with a bum or a female that's just draining them for all they got
Making
because
bumbaclots.
of the choices they made in life.
Like,
I don't think that's what they stand for.
That's not. I'm not gonna hold like when it come down to it. Some people, some shorties rather cry in a Benz than on the back of a bus,
Nah.
I mean,
and some men.
Can't see. I was going to
That
say
I can't
something, but I
really, like-
can't because
here you go.
yeah.
It really just depends on the type of person you are and how hard you're willing to fight for yourself. I've
Yeah,
been in the
self-respect.
situation where I'm like, I guess with a guy with money, but he doesn't respect me. And then with a guy that doesn't have all that money but respects me. And I was forever choosing the respect
Yeah.
because I just can't do it. I can't sit there and have my character or my feelings put down every day for the sake of having some money.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with that?
That's crazy.
Yo.
Especially if it's not been mine.
My heart hurt.
Like think about that, bro. Getting degraded just because somebody got like 50 mil.
That's crazy.
Just imagine you're worthless. You ain't nothing. Here's 10 million.
Like,
money keep them shut.
I don't get it.
On both sides though, because
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
some like successful women out there who have husbands who, deal with a lot of
take
stuff.
them talking down at them.
and they just sit there and take it because
crazy to me.
one is like if you become dependent on that person.
Yeah, very true.
If somebody can afford both lifestyles and they tell you, oh, you don't gotta work, you don't gotta do this. So you're not having to go out there and like work on certain skills, like working skills, that's what I mean. Or you can go a long time without employment. People not gonna hire you if you ain't got no job. So
Very
sometimes
true.
you're just stuck in that type of situation. And you see a lot of times too when those type of people may split, things may come out like a Diddy Cassie type thing. It's like, oh my God.
We not even good on
Both times she talented and everything. But now we know why, like,
word is born.
yeah, like you feel me, something crazy. But those be the extremes behind the scenes that a lot of people
Yeah.
don't see.
But
So,
I'm not. We gonna say this real quick, and we moving off of that. A lot of people have been saying, "Hey, something's wrong with Diddy, guys. Look at this." And then it
could
took
look at
for
me
a
up.
woman to say, "Hey, he did this to me." For everybody to be like, "Oh, he's a terrible person." But all these
Yeah.
men like, "Yo, Diddy done touched me." Da 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 da. Like,
that's the rap game to them though. They just saying like, yo, that's to do
that's
with money.
the
You
same
gonna
way
have
as
bad
a
things.
woman saying that she was raped and a guy saying he was raped, and they're like, "Guy, you're a guy.
Yeah.
What are you gay? You didn't want it?"
yeah, they
Yeah,
laugh
it's
at
weird.
you. They laugh at you.
So you think is that part of that generation where
No, it's not even a generation. It's a thing. Period. Whether it is
It's a
back in the
society.
day.
I think it's just
Gender role
lacking
thing.
self-respect. Because even like the women who was out there, what's it called? Like the Dubai girls or something like that. They go to Dubai. You never heard about them?
I think I know what you're
You know
talking
what I'm
about.
talking
Yeah.
about?
Jonah
Yeah,
got
you
her-
know where
she
I'm
got-
getting
she
at.
got stuff on her chest,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, you know,
They
they
did that
for
for a
money.
bag,
So it's just
$50,000.
they
I
get
was
paid. Yeah, they
What
get
they
paid.
flying
Pretty
down there and fucking?
No,
It's worse than that. Like
Scat.
people were just like peeing on them. Like it, yeah,
golden
like
showers,
those.
those type.
You know, some two
They'll
girls,
do
one
anything
cup
they
type
want.
time.
Literally,
Yeah,
like anything that they
yeah.
want to do, they'll just do it just for a quick bag. So it's just like
great bag.
people just have
But
lack
morals
of
ain't there.
respect.
And you
Yeah.
gotta dream about getting shit on for the rest of your life for the
Literally,
money
you
that
gotta
you
go
spent
home
in a
to
month.
that. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
I ain't trying to laugh. It's not funny.
I'm not doing that.
It's crazy when you sit back and really think about it,
That's
though.
the
When somebody say it to you like that, like, damn, how
It's
long did it take
wild.
you to spend that money?
It's wild.
You forever the girl that got shit on.
Like, come
But
on.
there's a like they do that, like there's stuff like that, and they pay good money, and it's like I feel like a lot of people in today's times just lose their morals over.
Yeah.
You about to pay me $100K just to do this? It's like, oh, bro, come on, bro, where's your morals?
I agree.
It's not. It's men and women. It's just like there's no morals in today's times when it comes to a lot of things.
And those same people, you'll see their parents and just listen to them talk and be like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
That's what you
That's
got.
what they said about Diddy. They said his parents was going around crazy. But anyways, we moving on from Diddy.
Yeah.
Word is
Nah,
born.
that was good. That was good. So next thing. In today's economy, are we able to live off of like our passions? Is our passions paying the dreams?
No.
Or is it time like for us to give up our interests, give up what we interested in, give up a lot of our dreams and just start doing what you have to do, like to, in the workforce type area? Y'all think are we at that time?
No.
I have a take. So, me, I feel like it depends on your lifestyle and what you're willing to do. Okay? So, what I mean when I say that is like when someone has this much amount of money, they're living within their means. They start getting a little bit more money, they start living a life where they think, oh, I need to live like this. So now your expenses have gone up. Feel me? Like rich people don't think they're rich because their lifestyle costs them $10,000, $20,000 a month.
All right.
Feel me? When me, what I could do with $10,000, $20,000 is completely different what they think they can do with $10,000, $20,000.
Right.
So I think it's just how you're willing to live, like means wise, and then figuring out from there. That's my take on it.
Okay.
The reason why I say no is because like one income now is not even enough for you can still be living within your means, but like one income is not enough. And that can't even be like your passion. That could just be a regular 9 to 5.
Right.
If you're doing your passion, you're not even getting paid a 9 to 5. Like you're not getting paid hourly. You're not getting paid anything. You have to go out there 24 hours to like get it yourself. And because everyone else in today's society, like we're in an inflation right now. So because there's an inflation, you're only strictly just trying to do your passion. Everyone else is not really worried about your passion.
Right.
They can't probably
They're trying to
afford it. They're trying to survive. So it's like you're out here trying to like, all right, I have this new shirt that's $100. Please support me. And it's
Baby.
like, dang, I got you 2 paychecks, later.
Yeah.
You can't do it. So whole time your bills is piling up. You still got to pay these people by a certain date. So it's just like,
Dang, we had to live
I don't
completely
think-
off our passion. Like we couldn't have done.
you
that
can't
without-
like not.
That's what the question was.
Yeah, no,
Any
not
passion,
complete.
like,
You can't
Just
do
solely
it.
off the passion.
Solely off the passion.
I feel like in today's times, for me, if I really locked in with all these crash outs, I could definitely do it,
Don't get me wrong. You
need
have
all these
exceptions to
crash
the
outs.
rule. Yeah.
bro. All right, think about all this era of music, right? I'm not saying like because there are talented people out there. A lot of people in today's time with music is gimmick based. You mind you. Of course, you're gonna get that every few that break through, and you continue to work with them. Like, mind you, I watch somebody. So Chris Brown, he has an engineer. His name's Tizio. He's been basically working with Chris Brown for like 10 plus years. So when Chris Brown came up during his time period, Tizio's working with him every day. So it got to the point where Tizio got so good where now he's not even recording Chris Brown, but he's just doing his mixes. And everybody else like, oh, I want a Tizio mix. I'm coming to Tizio. I want his mix. You feel me? So if I'm doing that, recording people, and it's like, oh, this mix sounds good before you send it off to mastering or whatever, they're like, that adds up. And then once you like say out of 500 songs that I mix, right? Say 10 of them end up going gold or platinum, I'm gonna get a bag because I'm a mix engineer.
See, you have
Easier
a
credits.
passion that can get revenue fast though.
Yeah.
But that's the
I
thing.
want to know who the crash outs are the artists.
Baby Kia. It's Baby Kia. Crash Out Central. He has a song called OD Crashing. He's hard, don't get me wrong, but he's a crash out. But mind you,
So
the
what's your
thing,
definition of a crash out? Is Baby Kia a
feel
successful
like-
rapper or something? I don't know.
he's like
Somebody
he's
that
up,
has, like, a
he's,
hit and then
he's,
doesn't
he's
come
up
back.
and coming. But like I feel like if it came down to it, he might like Vaughn from 1700, the bull. He wears ski mask, got glasses. He be always every time he go on an interview, he talking about he going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like you got good music, something that's going to probably propel you to where you want to be, but now you still beefing with people like you trying to kill people, bro. Like why not pull like Chief Keef? He ended up getting into production. He ended up getting into a whole bunch of stuff and moved out of Chicago. You don't hear about nothing about Chief Keef getting arrested no more. You don't hear nothing about Chief Keef doing this, that, and the third. Because he realized, oh, this is going to make me bread. Yeah, you might have to cut off some people type
So
of thing.
basically, people that were fortunate enough to make it out the hood, but couldn't get the hood out of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those type of crash outs. But the thing is with this stuff is mad expensive, bro.
I was just about to say
Yeah.
that. So like, just think about like how much you're putting into it now. Though you're still going to need something to support it, just to get it. You know,
Yeah, no,
it
for
started.
sure.
lift off. Just to get it started.
So what I do to support my stuff is I have a job. So like I work with that and then job pays pretty nice, you know. So I use that stuff and get what I need. For me personally, since I'm only in my house, I only need 3 more pieces. So I have everything else that I need. I just need something to make everything come together. A converter. So I take all the stuff that goes analog to digital. So that's like hardware to like the computer, and just 1 more microphone. And I'm good. I have everything I need. And everything else after that is like if I want it. So that's why I'm not tripping. But from college to now, I'm probably close to like $40,000.
Ooh, see,
I've been-
it's an investment, but hopefully it pays off.
Investment for sure.
So basically what I did was I took all the stuff and invested it. So I had made money from all this stuff every now and then. It's not like something that's sustainable right now, but I have made money off of it, showing that I can make money off of it.
yeah,
It also has to do with what your passion is. Like,
I agree.
my passion is hair. Yeah, theoretically speaking, I could make a living off of hair. I just have to take it seriously and make sure that right now, the only thing that's stopping me is making sure, like, I want to have a dope area for my clients to come to if
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing their hair. I don't want to just come to my crib real quick, baby's crying in the back, and just out here doing your hair. Like, I don't want to give you that type of experience.
Yeah.
But eventually I'll get there. But yeah, it has a lot to do with your passion. If my passion was making lip gloss, I'm not. We going.
But listen,
Yeah.
even in today's time, especially with social media, like anybody's passion, bro. I seen something earlier. There's these people who have like beer bottle contests where like which beer bottle's gonna win. Like they
making
attach them
money.
to a string.
What?
Anything to get.
Yes, they attach them to a
What the
string.
heck?
They just let them go and they're like,
Oh, and they crash?
Bacardi bottle versus a Grey Goose bottle.
I think I know what you're
And
talking
they're
about,
making
yeah.
bread off of that. That's
Bacardi
insane.
bottle.
I mean, people like being
For sure.
entertained.
You
by
feel
a
me?
lot of-
Like you can do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Like with social media in today's time, you can do anything. Like what? Probably like 10 years ago, if anybody would say, "Oh, I'm gonna be a professional video game player," you'd be like, "Go touch grass, go outside."
Literally.
Yeah.
But now you got people who are
Making bank off of
millionaires
it. Yeah.
off of playing video games. So like in today's time, if you market it right and you catch the algorithm right, and then also you feel me, put yourself out there, you can really do anything in today's time.
It's so weird though, because like as a parent raising some boys, it's like, all right, I don't want you sitting there playing video games all day. But I
Yeah.
don't want to stop you from exploring because
Yeah.
you can end up a millionaire
That's
from
true.
making a game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do I let them sit there and indulge in these video games all day trying to, like up your intelligence with the games? Or do I cut that off and I like what do I do?
That's like the richest kid on YouTube. What is he like?
Was he? Yeah, he's
Like
like
10
12
or
now.
something? Yeah.
He did the toy review.
Yeah, he was just doing toys, just playing toys.
Yo.
And he got like millions of dollars
Yo.
on YouTube.
Yo.
Just because he was
Oh, the
playing
kid
toys.
Ryan, right?
Yeah, I'm like, Kim, we about to.
Be like, Kaden,
Yeah, you might as well
how you like
get
this toy
on,
right
man.
You got your dad camera. Let's go.
You feel me? So like in today's time, like some people use it to their advantage in the wrong way, like people doing it, using their kids or whatever. But some people, like some people just
that's
have it.
true.
Is that? But that's always been around. The using your kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
standing on the
that's
side of
a
the
benefit.
road with a
That's
sign
true.
with your kids standing next to you. Need
I must say
But
though,
Back,
like
it don't even gotta be a social class. Like
this
that's
generation
everywhere.
at least uses their kids to get money. Like the generation,
It's the millennials.
maybe,
They
yeah.
don't talk to their kids all
No,
day.
but like the
all of a sudden
generations
they gonna
before
pimp
that,
Now, I got kids. You can't ask me for
it's
this.
like
Bro.
their kids' credit is being used. You know, like
Facts.
their moms use their name on like a light bill. It's like,
Bro.
then you're using your kids.
The
At least,
amount
you
of
know,
the amount of my friends that didn't know nothing about credit and seen all this stuff on their
it's
credit when they were
crazy.
18 was crazy.
It's crazy, and the debt collectors do not care.
At all.
Can't make-
I was
you gotta make
five.
a
How did I take this out?
They don't care.
Look, it's in your name. Your signature right here.
It's crazy. So
that's fine.
I at least give them that.
That's
They
fine.
getting money from it and
Okay.
not taking, from their kid.
Yeah, I
So,
definitely think it depends on the passion that you have, and it's definitely the field. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, like I love sports, and I have a huge passion for like sports journalism. Like I would, if I could, I would have like my own like media, like sports media type company. You feel me? So
It
this
will
is how,
happen.
Like, yeah, definitely gonna happen. But you gotta understand how
The
it's
time and
not
effort.
lucrative starting out. Like,
Yeah,
if
it's
you see a
not.
lot of editors, especially like the Stephen A. Smiths. They're not really editors, but they're more like the TV personalities.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, those type of people. They don't just pop up on TV and it's like
Yeah.
they grind it out day in and day out. Hours in production, hours in studying the game, hours in just analyzing.
A lot
But
of
at the
people
same
don't
time,
understand
you got to
that.
add like the entertainment value to it because there are a lot more smarter people out there that do sports journalism and things like that. But you may not be able to grab your viewers' attention. You may not be able to grab people's attention on what you're saying because people hear numbers, they like.
Bro, we want to see
maybe-
arguments.
Yeah, you
Laugh.
wanna see something like, I love numbers, but it's like I want to hear some other things about stats and stuff like that. So I definitely think I give it y'all. It depends on the field that you go into,
For real.
and that definitely plays a
And
huge
it
part.
plays like depending on what field you were in, it depends on what time you catch it at too.
Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to strike with an iron hot. You feel me?
Facts.
Okay.
I mean,
Big
Bitcoin
facts.
me.
Facts.
You're going up. But yeah, I think that was definitely a good thing. All right, and a couple more things I wanted to just touch on with you guys. So I had seen something on social media which is crazy. You're gonna see a lot of crazy things on TikTok.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing that's going on right now to me is those 20 verse 1
Oh my
dating
God.
videos. And see me, I'm not even a big TikTok person, but it's caught my algorithm somehow. And
I'm
I
on
seen
there,
the
I will
brother.
watch
video.
the whole episode. I'm
You
not
watch
lying.
it?
Part 1, part 2, part 3,
Yeah.
part 4. Yeah.
The reunion, like they had one literally last week.
And see, that's what I mean. So
Yo,
there are things out there. So I will say, I was thinking it was, from my eyes, it's a dumb idea, but I will give those creators, it's innovative. I say it's innovative because look at how you can take something that's been on TV for years. You feel me? That was reality
Yeah.
TV
Yeah,
shows.
make it
my
relevant
God,
to
shows,
today.
yeah.
like, everybody has an idea of like what they envision as like a director or what they gonna think is entertainment. So you got like Bad Girls Club. I was a fan of Bad Girls Club. They got like Batty. I ain't even a big fan of like things like Baddies and things like that nature. So I'm just saying like there's gonna be different variations of the same thing, but it's gonna be tailored, to their audience.
Yeah.
So I just want to get your guys' opinion on this scenario in the 20 versus 1. There was a guy that was a plumber. He was making over 100,000 a year. He wound up losing that job because of being a part of that series.
Oh,
Do
that
you
was
think
the
that's
last
like,
episode.
is that too much control over somebody's like your personal life? Like if you're doing something,
It is,
that's
but it isn't.
Yeah, I agree.
representation, right?
It is, but it isn't. Cause like, I'm not gonna hold, like, me personally, I think like a lot of people in there, all of them are goofies. In
Yeah.
my opinion,
So you want to do a 20v1?
no. First of all, I'm terrified of people. People scare me. So why would I do a 20v1? That's insane. I'm gonna be on there. They can be like, so what do you like about? I don't know.
Oh my God, they gonna pop the
Look,
balloon on him.
you have nice.
When they first step out with the outfit,
Exactly. Look, they gonna pop the balloon, and I'm
They
gonna.
popping the
They
balloon
would
so
pop the
quickly,
balloon, and I'd
dog.
be like, "Thank you, I want to go home.
That's
I don't know why I signed up for this."
That is
but
crazy.
that's you. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
but
if
like,
you got somebody that's so. For instance, if one of your friends is like, "Yo, I'm going to 20v1,"
I'm flaming him.
listen.
what you gonna say to him or her? You gonna be like, "Yo, you should," or or nah?
I did
think
have a
of-
friend go on 20 versus 1 actually, but
Shout out to episodes like
Yeah,
off camera.
not talking about it. But the only reason that I say is dumb to me is because at least with the shows like the Flavor Flavs and the I Love New York and stuff, you were it kind of gave you more insight to the people's life. Like, all right, like you meet the people, they give you the name, but then you have some episodes where you're getting to know them, doing these activities, doing this, whatever. You get to know their personality. On these, I feel like they're just strictly basing it off of looks, and they say one flaw about themselves, and they're like, next. You feel me? Like it's no real like. I don't know. It's no real connection. Like you see how New York was on Flavor Flavs and now she's the HBIC. Ain't nobody gonna turn into that from these 20 verses. Why you look like a smuts? I'm sorry.
And then not only
you
that,
look like
but
you're
like,
feeding for attention.
a lot of these companies, they tell you like, if you're gonna do something, don't shout us out. Like, don't tell what you do. Like, you can say like, all right, I'm in the financial field. I'm not gonna say I work at da 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 or
Correct.
I'm X, Y, and Z because of people searching you up, and it could be bad publicity on the company. So that's the only reason why I'm like, it's your fault. Like, you try to be big shot. Like, all right, I make 100K. I do da da da. Yeah, I'm a plumber. Like, you trying to, why would you do all that? You don't know any of these people.
Literally.
They can just, probably Google the address, go to your job, and
Get an interview.
yeah, get it. You don't never
Find out
know.
that way.
Like, you just never know. So it's like,
shoot somebody up. I was like, damn.
well, that too. But still, it's
That's
just
where my
like
mind
you
goes.
Came
Yeah.
about
Nah,
baby
but
mom
yeah.
wrong on the 20 versus 1.
Exactly, right? Yeah, like
I ain't even that
you just
either.
never know.
Today's
So
social
Shooter
Yeah.
vibes out there sometimes on people, bro.
Literally.
yeah,
Today's
They
time.
don't,
so,
give me, like, they don't give me like they right mentally. So I just feel like those. Not saying those people's feeling on the show, but like certain people do. Like if you meet them like through certain apps, I feel like a lot of people got triggered. So
yeah,
there might be a reason why
literally.
that person is here, and like they could be balled off, and there's a reason why they there. You feel me?
Man,
People got
like,
triggered, dog.
I'm telling you, anybody out there, your life will get better once you delete dating apps. Delete
I've
dating
never
apps.
downloaded one.
You know, Hinge, bro.
It was the
Listen,
black one
that's-
was
I've been
BLK.
on
Black
Tinder
people.
for a total of 10 days.
Listen.
Yo.
You go on there, it's pointless. I've been on there back a while ago, and I'm just on there, and it's like you'll get matches as a guy. You'll get matches, no response. So it's
Dang.
like, why am I on here?
Yeah.
But shorties, they
You gotta
probably
get the junk.
like
Not
they
even chain or something. I mean,
not because
spice it up a
then
little
but
bit.
then if you do
Put the
that,
whip in the back, bro. That help.
but the crazy part is you do that. Crazy part is you do that. Where are you taking me? What are you doing? Like, damn.
Yeah.
Now they
You
got
didn't
all
even
these
say it.
expectations.
That's exactly why I never downloaded a dating app, because it's just like it takes a personal aspect out of it. It's literally just for fucking. So it's just like, why would I try to date someone, just off your looks? And it's like, all right, I'm expecting you to, act like a stand-up person, and whole time you just want me because my ass fat. Like,
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
It,
I feel
it
like
was
for
different
younger
back in the day.
That's true. Yeah,
It
that's
changed.
true.
It changed.
Yeah, I know like older people that have met like their partner on a dating app
Yeah.
and they're married for years. I feel like younger people, they just use it for more sex. Sex,
Yeah,
hey.
the 40s and up, they be on there for
Trying to find love. Like,
They look.
Christian mingle.
Shout
you
out,
know?
shout out Christian Mingle. Shout out farmers. Shout out farmers meat.
Farmers meat is
Bruh.
crazy.
Yo, in short, all state.
Shout out farmers meat.
Oh my gosh.
Farmers meat.
Telling you,
You got
bro.
the Facebook dating app. I feel like that's for older people too.
Facebook
Yeah,
dating.
gotta-
They trying to make me sign up for
I know. I'm like, stop
gonna
giving me
fix
the
it?
notifications, please.
Nah, this popped up the other day when I was just scrolling because I'll be watching the reels on there too. Said, "Oh, you're pro." I said, "I'm clearly in a relationship. I will blow this whole app up.
No.
I will blow this app up right now.
After
Happily."
dating.
in a relationship, they get a whole post. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like they be drawing. Like it's just a whole bunch of BS out here, bro. But that 20v1, bro's a goofy for going on there and like indulging in, oh, I'll make this much money. Look at me.
Yeah, that was his
da-da-da.
fault.
Bro, you could have just said, I work a humble job, make a good amount of money. Leave it at that. If that was the case,
Yeah.
you could talk off camera.
Yeah.
Because I do know, like Shay said, like a lot of companies are like, hey, you don't need to be telling everything about our business because it could bring the wrong attention to the business. So, I mean, if I were to be
Yeah,
like,
stop, yo.
If I were to be like, hey, I work here and I make $8,000 a week,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, hey, buddy,
Yeah.
clock out permanently.
That's true. You no longer do. Like,
He only irked me on there because, like, if you're gonna go on a show like this, I feel like you personally have to be able to take rejection.
yeah.
And every time
Nobody
someone
he was sass.
said
100%.
a flaw, they didn't even be disrespectful. He was just automatically looking for something to talk about
Yeah.
them about. Like, it's just like,
But the
As a
crazy
grown
part
man?
is not even just him. I've never seen anybody except for the one boy Cam Patterson because he's a comedian. Everybody on that John can't take rejection.
if you watch
Sure.
that episode with the same guy that got fired, there was a chocolate man that was dressed real nice. Nobody matched with him, and he took it all well. Like, and they was like, she was like, oh, like, he's just physically not my type. And they were like, oh, well, is she like someone that you would look at? She's like, oh, she's beautiful. You know, like, I would, like, it's cool.
Okay, so I
was
guess
like, it was one guy,
it's
one
the
guy.
clips,
though.
I guess it's the clips thing then, because
Yeah.
like
They gonna
It's
show you
what's
that.
gonna attract attention.
Yeah.
The reaction is gonna get you. I mean, there's people that could take rejection, but it's like, oh man,
I
how
can't.
much rejection?
I will
you
be
trying
on
to take?
that.
Like,
I'm telling
20,
you.
20 times, no.
I'm
Like,
telling you, I would be on that John
You
like,
feel me? Like, that's a lot, bro. Like,
look,
20 times. Like,
Yeah.
20 girls
If you
didn't
go
even
out to the
want me.
club
That's
or
exactly
something,
why
you
I would
trying-
never get on
You might
there.
get rejected once or twice. 20 times in 1 hour? Nah.
Especially
It's
when they
you.
first walk
Yeah.
out.
That
Yeah.
time.
see, look,
You better
When they
change your
first
pickup
walk
line
out,
up or something.
all the balloons immediately pop.
you
I'm
you
sorry,
didn't-
dude.
you
They
didn't,
talk about your fit. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
imagine as a dude, somebody telling you, like, see, I don't even dress up like that, but I'm just saying, if I tried my hardest to, like, coordinate, and somebody told me, your fit trash, I'm just like, yo, in the way, dog.
Listen.
I mean, I ain't gonna
you
I might brag on
ain't
you.
had that issue. You ain't had that issue growing up, bro. Like growing up, like yo, I'm telling you, getting flamed, like, oh, you ugly, you this, you that, on a consistent basis. You a white boy, da da da. I'm like,
That's it.
No,
That's not
it's- no,
rejection different.
no,
Rejection
I'm
from
talking,
a joint,
no. One
from a
time,
woman,
yo,
especially some joint they.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm gonna tell you. When I was a young boy, I was like, yeah, bro. I told this one girl, I was like, yo, I like you, whatever. She gagged in my face, bro.
Oh, no.
I
No. See, that's,
said, and
but
they say
you hit
the
her
worst
with the
thing.
ball later,
That's
though. You say, I got the beard, I got the.
But
you know what I mean?
I don't care about that. You
Yeah.
dubbed me. I remember. I keep
What's
receiving.
up now?
Listen, no. Listen. They say the worst thing she
15
can
years
say is
later,
no.
is no.
Shorty
She
said,
didn't gag. The
Yeah.
worst thing she can do is gag in your.
I'm sorry, Sam. Yeah, that's mean. That's mean.
Now this is
But
why
now
women
I
scare.
get older.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Bro,
I understand, bro.
PTSD.
It was just weird. It was weird because I had a growth spurt. And then I had a beard. My like freshman sophomore year of high school. Now all of a sudden everybody talking to me, and
Yeah, bro.
I'm still a weirdo. So I'm like, why are you talking to me?
Literally,
Like-
not even noticing that you're hitting puberty in your
Yeah.
face. Has anyone that you tried to come at tried to like circle back?
Yeah, I
since you-
cussed them out. I'm
Not
weird.
cursed him
I
out.
have issues. I'm
The
weird.
reaction.
I'm weird. Like I remember, you dirty. My fault.
Don't play with me like
Type
this.
back, okay.
Okay.
Like, oh, you really cute, and I'm like,
Oh.
I thought we were just being friends.
Dang, yeah.
Like, what?
That too. I mean, you probably just got like a friendly personality.
No,
I mean,
I can't pick up on cues.
oh, you back picking up signals.
I can pick up on cues when people are like irritated, somebody's down, somebody's sad.
Or
But like,
someone's flirting.
Someone's trying to
Yeah,
flirt.
I'm like that too.
I just don't pay attention to that because that's not my intentions. But now I just kind of just, unless I know you, I just kind of avoid women because I got a girl. So
You got a girl, we'll keep it right there.
yeah, so I got a girl. That's all I care about. Like if I don't know you or she doesn't know you, I'm not talking to you.
Shout her out.
I love that. I do.
You gonna try her out?
It's complicated, like with the shout out thing, but she knows who she is.
Yeah.
All
There we
right.
go.
So
That's
we're
a
not going to
shout
get
out.
into this.
No. It's no.
That's
listen,
a shout out right there.
It's a cultural thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Period. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So it's
We
not.
going to Jason Tatum.
Because if it was me,
Not
if it was me, I'd be screaming her name out.
Pop up.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. I love
Anything is possible.
I love it.
Shout out Celtics. I mean,
Adorable.
All right.
We're not even gonna go there.
She knows who she is.
We just not gonna go there. Like,
but listen, I want to thank y'all for coming on today's episode. Thank you, Shay. Thank
Of
you, Cass.
course.
Of course, shout out my mans. Waibuku, always showing up on time, always putting in the work. But thank you for checking out today's episode. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Yeah.